Hey, guess what? The September ban list is out, and I updated the first place Dark Magician Chimera deck. Keep watching this video to check it out. Ooh, shiny cardboard.
Hey Gramps, can we please see your super rare, awesome, chocolatey fudge coated Mega Super card?
I don't see why not. Here it is.
Let's go. May the heart forever be in your cards. Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith of Chaos, here with another Dark Magician deck profile for you. That's right. Now that the ban list is out, I updated my list, my first place Dark Magician Illusionist list, and I'll show you what I've done. So first, I upgraded my Dark Magician into the new OG QC. It kind of looks like the Adidas one, so it's kind of, you don't have to try to find that shoe. Yeah, but it's so pretty, it's so shiny. Anyways, I'm getting all distracted from the shiny cardboard. Ooh. Anyways, so yeah, we'll get to the deck profile, but before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe down below and comment what you think of my video. So first off, obviously, one Dark Magician. Then we have two Illusion of Chaos. Illusion of Chaos is your main searcher for the Dark Magician cards. He's an illusion monster and he's a Dark Magician monster. Pretty great. But he only searches Dark Magician, or cards that mention Dark Magician except for ritual monsters. So we got two of those. Then only two Magician Souls. So what you'd most likely do with Illusion of Chaos is you reveal Illusion of Chaos, search out Magician Souls, Illusion of Chaos back to the top of your deck, then use Magician Souls to summon Dark Magician from the graveyard, but you'd use MS to send DM to the grave, and then special summon Dark Magician from the grave. Next, we have one Apprentice Illusion Magician. Again, another illusion monster. She helps you get Dark Magician from your deck to your hand for fusion plays, as well as she buffs up Dark Magician or another spellcaster. So if you have Dragoon on the field and you go to attack, you discard her from the field or from your hand, or you tribute her from the field to increase Dragoon's or Dark Magician or another spellcaster's attack by 2,000. What I like to do is I use her with Rod, and I'll go into attack battle phase, and I'll use Rod to go attack, and usually they don't do anything. They let you attack with Rod because you're like, oh, what the heck are you doing? Then you chain her to your Rod, and then you increase to, I think it's 3,600, and you can pretty much get over majority of the boss monsters. Then your opponent's like, what the? Anyways, yeah. So one Apprentice Illusion Magician searches Dark Magician, and as well is another card. Slight interruption during battle phase. Then we do the one Timaeus United Brick Dragon. He just gets bricked a lot, but a lot of the Dark Magician cards that in this deck use them first to kind of draw out the hand traps, and then go from there. So then you can use the illusion cards. So one Timaeus United Dragon. Also, you don't have to use Timmy to go into Dragoon. You can use Timaeus to fuse off your other illusion cards or chimera cards to go into their fusion, and then you got a nice big honkin' 2,800 fusion monster on the field, or 2,800 effect monster on the field. Then we have one Magic Karibo. Yes, I play Magic Karibo because I'm playing a Yugi inspired deck, and Magic Karibo can just help get Dark Magician out on the field, and as well as a fiend, so you can use him to get out Chimera, the flying mythical beast fusion. So one Karibo. Now on to the Chimera cards. Pretty standard. We're gonna 3 Cornfield Coddle. Send Cornfield from your hand to the graveyard to search any monster that mentions Chimera Fusion. Most of the time, if not all the time, unless something happens, you're gonna go into Mirror Sword Knight. So because of that, we play 3 Mirror Sword Knight. Mirror Sword Knight and Cornfield are also negates. So Cornfield, if you have him on the field or him on the field, you can send him from the field or graveyard to negate a target and destroy. when somebody tries targeting one of your cards that you control. And then your Sword Knight, pretty much same thing from the field or graveyard. You banish to negate a monster effect. Doesn't destroy, it just negates. Then we only play two big wing Berfamets. When you bring out him, you can search for 2 cards. It's going to be Chimera Fusion and Gazelle. The reason why I only play 2 of these is because they don't have negates and you want to see the other 2 more often. I'm thinking about bumping Gazelle up to 3 because every time Big Wing Berfmat comes out, you can search this. If this card goes on the field, you can search Berfmat or Chimera Fusion. So 2 Gazelles and then 1 Nightmare Magician. Just like Dark Magician, this is another ace monster. Not exactly a big boss monster, but he does, and you need to play him in the deck. I don't know why many people do not play him in the deck. He does a lot more. If your opponent tries battling, you can destroy and steal their monsters, and then vice versa. When you go into battle phase, because an illusion monster cannot destroy your opponent's monsters by battle, but he can destroy a monster on the field. And then he can also steal one of your opponent's monsters to make another attack during battle phase on your turn. Great monster, yes, it's a brick, just like Dark Magician. He also has very similar stats to Dark Magician, but that doesn't matter. He's quite easy to get out. Then we play 3 Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. The reason why I play 3 of these is it's a free summon out, and because it's got a defense of 2000, and you'll see why. Plus it's a level 6 that can be a level 7, but you'll see why I play this. Then we have 2 Fenrir. Might bump it up to 3, all depends. Kashtira got hit on the ban list, but they can still act as interruptions and engines in your card. It's a free card, it's a free summon and a free search for another version of itself, and it also banishes a card face down on your opponent's side of the field when it attacks, or if your opponent activates a monster effect. Then 1 Mystical Sheep, number 1. Reason why I play this is because you can substitute this for any 1 fusion materia monster. When you do this, the other fusion monster must be the correct one. It's a beast, so you can use this card with Chimera Fusion. It allows you to get out Dragoon, allows you to get out Time Wizard of Tomorrow, Millennium Eyes Restrict, lots and lots of cards. Actually, don't need to play any branded cards because this card right here can help you get into Lubellion and Mirror Jade. I also play 1 King of the Swamp. Play King of the Swamp to help get into Polymerization as well as more fusion material to get into Guardian Chimera. Now we're on to spell cards. Play 3 Chimera Fusion. This card is absolutely broken. It's wonderful and it's absolutely awesome. Love this card so much. It's not once per turn. The only thing that is once per turn on it is its return effect from the graveyard to your hand. But you must use a beast or fiend monster as material. 3 Chimera Fusion. We have 2 Super Polymerizations as interruptions, and you can use them to go into your own fusions as well. This deck gets you a lot of cards in your hand, so the discards mostly are not an issue. Then 1 Polymerization, obviously I'm playing King of the Swamp, and 1 Instant Fusion for more fusion material and as well to get out Time Wizard of Tomorrow and Millennium Eyes Restrict. Time Wizard of Tomorrow is a board wipe, and then it decides on who takes the battle damage or who takes the damage. Amazing, amazing, amazing combo together. Time Wizard of Tomorrow and Instant Fusion. Then Defusion. Absolutely love this card as well. It allows me to get into more plays and extend, and it's super nostalgic. Love it. Then we play 1 Monster Reborn for more monsters on the field, for more fusion plays, and you can steal your opponent's monsters. I might switch this out for another card, but for now, I really like having Monster Reborn in my deck. And of course, for consistency, Paw of Prosperity is always awesome. We don't do a lot of drawing in this deck, we do a lot of searching, so Paw of Prosperity works perfectly fine. So we got 3 of those, almost allows you to get into any card in the deck. Now for the other 2, we got 3 spicy cards. So these cards, 2 of them were already in the deck kind of already when I won first place with it, but I added Full Force Virus. So I have Light Force Sword, Full Force Virus, and Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Since it didn't get hit on the ban list, I'm going to keep Eradicator Epidemic Virus in my deck because it is absolutely broken and awesome against a lot of decks. But for going against Unchained, Full Force Virus pretty much just kind of wins you going first. Tribute 1 Dark Monster, that's why I have these in there, 2,000 defense. With 2,000 or more defense, check your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the end of your 3rd turn after this card's activation. Destroy all those monsters with 1,500 defense or less. Majority, if not all, the effect monsters except for their boss monster when Unchained have 1,500 defense. So if you're going first, you drop this on the field during their draw phase. You tribute out Dark Magician or Red Eyes Meteor Dragon. Flip Full Force, and they pretty much send their whole deck to their hand, to the graveyard. But you don't want to destroy them too often, so it's kind of, if they get into spells and traps like that on the search, might have an issue, but right off the start, it destroys all their cards. So they can't put it on the field to get into their links because it destroys their monsters. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. Let's get to the extra deck. Pretty much keep it the same, I just updated it a little bit. We have the 2 Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. Absolutely broken card, love this card. It's a must 2 to 3 in your deck. This card's name becomes Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast while on the field or in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Chimera the King of Phantom Beast once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, you can activate this effect. Send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard during the end phase of this turn. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 beast, fiend, or illusion monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So the monster that you usually want to get out is during your opponent's end phase is Nightmare Magician. So you banish this, bring out Nightmare Magician. If you use Nightmare Magician to get out Chimera the Illusion Beast during your opponent's turn, he should be in your graveyard. Then you would banish him to bring out Nightmare Magician. And yeah. So 2 Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts, and 2 Chimera the Illusion Beast. There's another fusion coming out in the next set. I forget what it's called, but it's Baphomet instead of Gazelle. And then 2 Guardian Chimeras as well. I have the 2 different rarities because I like them both. I think they're both cool looking, so I put 1 of each. Then the 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. 1 Mirror Jade. So Fallen Albaz, 1 Fusion Synchro XEs or Link monster. If you have Mythical Beast on the field and you have Super Poly down, you can use that, and if your opponent summons a monster, you can bring out Mirror Jade, like does Unchained or something, you can bring out Mirror Jade. Or even use Lubellion effect on your turn with Mythical Sheep as well. And you got 1 Dark Monster, so probably like Dark Magician or Nightmare Magician, somebody in your hand, and then Fallen Albaz. So that's what Mythical Sheep number 1. I'm having a hard time saying Mythical Sheep number 1. Wow. Okay, so Mythical Sheep number 1 would be your Fallen Albaz, and then 1 Dark Monster. This would come out to your field, and then because Mythical Sheep number 1 is not once per turn and it's in your graveyard, if you have Dark Magician, you can then use him to bring out Dragoon. Mirror Jade, and then same with Invoke Mechaba. that would be Mere Sword Knight and Mythical Sheep number 1 to bring out Invoke Mechaba. Millenniumize Restrict. Not only is it an instant fusion target, it's also Mythical Sheep target and an effect monster, so you can use it with Chimera Fusion or Super Polymerization on your opponent's turn, and then steal one of their monsters because it can steal an effect monster. Time Wizard, same thing. +1 effect monster, instant fusion, or with Mythical Sheep number 1 or King of the Swamp. And then board wipe, and then you flip to see who takes damage. Super poly targets, pretty standard. Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Predator Plant, Dragostapelia, and I just recently added this, I got it finally in the mail, Garuro, Wings of the Resonant Life. 2 monsters with the same type and attribute but different names. It did go good against Cashtira, but they're done now. But Unchained, it should do well. 2 monsters with the same type and attribute but different names. Any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving this card is doubled. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for my deck profile. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see a combo hand or test hands video of this deck. May the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Cheers and have a great day.